Welcome to another episode of Smart Money with your host, Mr. Dungles. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Some of the things we will cover in this video are what makes Bitcoin so popular, how low can Bitcoin go before a panic mode should set in, what should be the goal for Bitcoin, buy, hold, buy low, sell high, hold long term, common mistakes, and some other little things to cover. As always, this is not financial advice, and we do this for entertainment purposes only. Currently, we are on TradingView.com looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently trading at $58,800 range. It is looking pretty healthy. You guys remembered over the last few days we've come down significantly from that $69,000 high all the way to $55,000. Now we're making our way slowly. Nothing drastic. We're not going up tremendously at fast speeds. We're just continuing to sideways trade, which is very important. Is it too late to get into Bitcoin? The long-term answer is no. The short-term answer is be careful. Getting into crypto in general, Bitcoin being the daddy of crypto, or the founder of everything that has to do with crypto, makes it very, very important for you to have the knowledge and the patience to get in and get out. So a lot of experts have predicted we will see $100,000 Bitcoin at some point. And while I share that sentiment, I don't think it'll be as fast as people think. I do anticipate seeing maybe $50,000 to $89,000, $92,000 this year. But you have to remember too, once we get to those 70s, 80s, and 90s, and possibly hundreds, a lot of people are going to dump. So what does that mean? It means that the price of Bitcoin will go down because people that have been holding will continue to sell because they're in major profits. So if you're watching this video and you're under $65,000 Bitcoin at the time of watching this video, then sure, get in, have a small position. Again, not financial advice, and run with it. Run with it in terms of, hey, let's plan for short term, the next 30 days for it to go up, anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000, and then see what happens in 2022. Why did Bitcoin become so popular? Well, Bitcoin became popular because it is basically a computer file which is stored in a digital wallet. It could be stored on a smartphone, a computer, and people can buy and sell these. They can send them peer-to-peer, person-to-person. And not only that, but every single transaction is recorded in a public list called the blockchain. This is good because it provides transparency. This is something huge because it's innovative in terms of our old banking system. Do I think Bitcoin has potential to take over maybe gold or as a world reserve? It has the potential. Are there many coins that are much faster than Bitcoin? Yes. Are there with less fees? Yes. That serve more use case? Yes. But however, Bitcoin will always be Bitcoin. Bitcoin will always be that limited edition coin. There's only 21 million coins ever to be made, never duplicated, never replicated. So it is definitely something that you always want to have a little bit in your portfolio. In terms of how low can we go, we need to take a look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart, again, we are on TradingView.com. They have a Black Friday special coming up soon as well. So as you guys can see, our all-time high was $69,000. And if you've watched a couple of videos on this channel, we talk a lot about patterns. A pattern that we called was an inverse head and shoulders right around here. It tried to make a little shoulder here, but then it took off. So possibly what we're experiencing right now is a shoulder. This is the week candle. This means that this week alone has been like this, where it has been red. Green candle means positivity. A red candle means bearishness, or price has gone down. And you saw we went all the way to 55,000, as I mentioned before, and there's still room to go. A panic mode, or what people would say, hey, where would I probably, I have a stop limit right here, which is where we bounced off of. So stop limit's placed right here at 29, just say $30,000. And you'd say, well, that's almost double. It is. That would mean a 50% correction. And if it did do a 50% correction, it would look something like this, and then bounce off support and go like this. Is that going to happen? More than likely not. What I anticipate is probably something like this, and then squiggly, 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 and up. And it's not straight up. That's just a graph to go by. Your goal for Bitcoin should be to hold something, because they call it the storage of value, because it basically hedges against inflation. Bitcoin's, yes, it goes down and it goes up, but I can probably say, unless there's like a world economic catastrophe, you will not see a $20,000 Bitcoin. Again, not advice, just my personal opinion. Unless, there's that world catastrophe, I just do not anticipate it, because it's just not feasible. You have too many companies, you have countries, something you didn't have back in 2013, 2017. You didn't have that. Now you do, and this is huge because it's becoming more adopted. One of the common mistakes people make, and we can switch to the daily chart for this. One of the common mistakes that people do is this. They'll get in right here. They bought it 30,000, and they're like, oh, cool. Well, we're going to 100 grand. 100 grand is right here. So you have to travel all this, and they don't take profits along the way. But as you can see, we've come in, come out, and that's how it'll continue to be, on a staircase pattern to the upside. The biggest mistake is not taking profits. The second mistake that most people make is they buy right here because they're like, oh man, I'm not going to buy here. It's too cheap. It's going to go lower. So they buy at all-time highs at 69. Now at 58,000, people are like, oh no, it's crashing. I'm selling here so I don't take a loss, and I'll buy back right here. Well, it doesn't ever get back here. So now you're forced, you sold at 56, now you're buying back at 63. And what does that do? It makes a very big loss for you, and now you're chasing. And now you're coming back down, and what you're doing is you're losing a lot of money. Realistically, you should stick to what you're doing. So buy low, sell high. And if you were able to get here, take profits along the way, nothing wrong. As you can see, we had a dip, we had another dip, we're having another dip. That is perfectly normal. Just don't buy high to sell low to buy high again, because that's only going to further put you in the hole. And that's some of the biggest mistakes that you can make while investing in Bitcoin. So, as always, if you would please hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment and tell us, are you holding any Bitcoin? What is your prediction for Bitcoin for the end of this year and the end of the cycle or bull run, as people have noted? As always, thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it here. This has been another episode of Smart Money. Take care and God bless.